April is National Donate Life Month. It's a time when we celebrate those who have given the gift of life and ask others to consider registering to become an organ donor. Joining us now live is Gift of Life Michigan CEO Dory Dills. Dory, thank you for joining us.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
So how is Gift of Life Michigan marking this National Donate Life Month?
We are busy out in the communities that we serve all throughout the state of Michigan with community events, flag raising, blanket making parties. Today we had a press conference with the Secretary of State up at a local high school. Just as many opportunities as we can to raise awareness about the need for organ and tissue donation and the opportunity to sign up in the Michigan Organ Donor Registry.
Well, how does Michigan rank when it comes to registered organ donors?
So we have about 57% of adults in the registry, which equates to about 4.5 million people. And we're about in the middle of the road if you compare us to other states. But there are some states who have gotten to 70% of their residents are registered. And we know when we talk to people that they want to be donors, they just haven't taken that extra step to sign up in the Michigan Organ Donor Registry, and that's what we're trying to raise awareness about.
Yeah, so a bill in Lansing could bring education on organ, eye, and tissue donation to Michigan schools. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, so we are working with Representative Felicia Brayback to sponsor legislation that would require all ninth graders to receive 1 hour of education about organ and tissue donation in public high schools. And Michigan is surrounded by states who have similar legislation. Ohio has it, Indiana, Illinois, but Michigan does not. And one thing that we know is that Michigan teens sign up at about half the rate as those states that have education. And so our goal is to provide the information that students need prior to when they go to get their driver's license permit, that they can answer that question and hopefully sign up in the Michigan Organ Donor Registry. So we're very supportive of that legislation.
Okay, so how about people watching today who have their driver's license? How do you register to become an organ donor?
So if you have the little heart on your license, that means you're registered, and we thank you for that. If you do not have a heart on your license, you can go to our website at golm.org. Certainly, you can always do it through the Secretary of State's website or going into any branch as well. And maybe some Michiganders who filed their taxes yesterday saw the question on Michigan state tax forms for the first time. We're the first state in the United States to have passed that legislation. And through March, we've seen over 70,000 people who checked the box that way.
That's a lot. Great. A Gift of Life Michigan CEO Dory Dills, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.